is our term, and respectively, this parameter is chosen by minimization of the risk plus the value of the disbursement. Respectively, if the weight are lower than half, it should be respectively this disbursement should be increased. But if they are more value than half, respectively, we have decreased the appropriate disbursement according to its current value. And now we are going to apply this modified portfolio model according to the disbursement. The case is on animal husbandry. We have to put for 2021 values about disbursement of electricity, salaries, fuel. We have chosen only these three, which are important ones. This is their total value. Respectively, having these 12 data for the months, we have mean disbursement, respectively a covariance matrix. If we use this data for the modified portfolio problem, and we apply for evaluation this parameter lambda, this is the point that we have to choose as solution of our problem, which means that we are going to have this mean value of disbursement. The risk is this one, and the solution says that the value for salaries have to be decreased with 3%, and the value for electricity to be increased with 3% according to the current value, which are the mean one. It means for the 12 months. How we can apply this problem, respectively this model, for real management? Here we apply the method for model predictive control. We use historical data only for 3 months. And respectively, we solve a problem and we recommend this optimal solution to be applied for the next month. And respectively, our evaluation is compared with the real one that we have from our historic data for 12 months. Then we move 1 month ahead and we repeat. Respectively, we have 9 sliding procedures by means that we recommend, and respectively we compare our recommendation, our calculations with the real data from 2021. And this is the graphical presentation of the result. The real disbursement slightly increased. This is the real case for 2021. Our recommendation, if they have been applied, keep lower value because it is below, and respectively appropriately constant value of the total disbursement. It means that the model can be applied because we increase the profit for the husbandry. And this is the conclusion, because I present here only the idea, not exactly the sum of particular component of the problem, but our model is based on the portfolio modeling, and respectively the reallocation of the disbursement are made without additional financial resources. And this, it has been used real data from milky production of husbandry. That's all. I try only to present the idea and the results. Thank you.
The main shortcoming is that K is necessary to insert.
All right. So, guys, we begin course in management. Kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we begin the course in management, and today we begin to cover as much as we can from chapter 1, maybe all of it. Chapter 1 in management, in introduction or principle to management, is simply, well, guys. Hello. Okay. All right, let's get these kids.
I go back? Or
No.
Here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody. All right, please. So, managers in management, chapter 1. And first of all, what we're trying to do today is fairly straightforward. Tell who managers are. Next part is define management. So, what is management? After we define management, we want to describe what managers do. We also say to them, so who the managers are, what is management. Number 3, describe what managers do. The next important part for today is explain why it is important to study management. And the last piece is some of the factors that are changing management. Last time I explained that one of the major factors is globalization. Globalization is very important. All right, we begin with part 1. If you guys should buy the textbook is this little thing, Fundamentals of Management by Stephen Robbins, okay? And you should buy the textbook so you can actually follow from the textbook too. So number 1, tell who the managers are and where they work. And managers work in an organization. Organization is a collection of people who work together for a common goal. They try to accomplish the same objectives. And the primary objective usually for any business is profit. Managers work in organizations. The organization's usual goal is profit. Sometimes for a government organization it will not be profit. For a government organization like police it will be low crime. But they all work together. Alright? And organizations have certain characteristics. So every organization has specific goals. For this university, which is a non-profit university, the goal is education, raise the young generation and allow them to have good careers to build and grow your own country and your own economy and make good lives for themselves, for yourselves, okay? For the police, it's low crime, and for all other businesses, it's simply profit. So, the next characteristic is that all organizations are built of people. That's natural, okay? This is not a zoo with animals. So, police department has people, university has people, any business has people. And finally, it has a structure. Structure means there is someone at the top, then there are people beneath it, and beneath there are people, and there are different, we call levels, different levels of organization. So, this is an organization. Hello girls, class begin, okay? Next time you're going to be out, okay? So, organizations have structure, and it's called level of structure. And as it's coming in a minute, you're going to have a top level of structure, middle level of structure, and lower level of structure. All right, this is a simple picture for kids. And the picture is, you see the goals, okay? You have certain goals, you have certain people, and this is what a structure looks like. Of course, let me show you here. Here, you're going to have maybe 3 more. Here, you're going to have 3 more. Here, you're going to have 5 more, okay? And the structure is like a tree, okay? For a big organization, it may have 6 or 7 levels of structure. In other words, they're going to be mini boss, they're going to be bigger boss, they're going to be mega boss, and they're going to be the top boss, okay? I mean, you're going to have a lot of level of management. All right. So every organization has two types of employees. The first one is non-managerial. And here it is, non-managerial. Non-managerial employees are not responsible for anybody else. They are responsible for their own work. Yesterday I gave you as an example that I am a non-managerial employee. This means I'm at the lower level in academia. I'm not responsible for any other professor. I'm responsible only for my own work. Okay? So I'm not a manager. Managing basically means you run other people. And that's the characteristic of manager. These are individuals or people who direct the activities or the work of others. Who direct the work of others. So, if somebody is responsible for other people, he is a manager. If he is not responsible, he is not a manager. And that's the basic difference. Are responsible for other people or not responsible? Me, as a faculty, as a professor, I'm not responsible for other people's work. Now, I am responsible for you, okay? But you're not working here. You are customers here, okay? And remember what the primary characteristic of a customer is? The primary characteristic of a customer is someone who's paying for a good or for service. So you're paying tuition and you expect for that tuition to get in this case, service. And the service is education. And we're, as you see, using a lot of technology, camera, PowerPoint, computers. You've all got iPads to improve the productivity of my work as a teacher was a job, and for you as... Now, this technology is no different than you using a motorcycle to go from here to there. It takes 2 minutes with a motorcycle instead of a 10-minute walk. Next one. Next one is management levels. So, management has a structure, and structure has level. And this is just one example. Example of top managers, and top managers represent the top level. Then you have middle management. Middle management is the middle layer or the middle level. And then you have the bottom managers. And bottom managers are called first line manager. First line manager is a manager who works only with non-managerial employees, who is actually responsible non-managerial employees. Now, in major corporations in the United States, you may have 6 or 7 or 8 levels. 6, 7, or 8 levels because the organization is big. The organization may have 100,000 people. And in a 100,000 people organization, it will have 7, 8, or 9 levels of management. When I worked in the year of 2000 to 2003 in a big American corporation, it was SBC Communications, I had a tiny little boss. My tiny boss had a little bigger boss. This is within the sales department. I was in sales operations. So my little boss had a little bigger boss. And then we had the big manager of sales and sales operation. Well, he had a manager of the software division. And the manager of the software division had the manager of the whole corporation. So you have 5 levels of employees or 4 levels of management built on top of each other. Okay? We call this structure. Okay, so what do managers do? What's their job, okay? And it depends on their position. So for, we say, the top management, which we call big boss, will have very, very, very different responsibilities than the little manager. For example, the president of the university will have a completely different job than here the department chair. The president of the university will think, should we buy more land for the university? Should we build a brand new department? Should we build a brand new building? In other words, he will be focused on the big picture. He will be focused on what we'll discuss in chapter 4, the strategy. Okay? Strategy is about the most important things related to the corporation. Okay? This is the same as the direction of, in our case, the university. For example, when I was working in another country, the president of the university said, oh, we want to have an English-speaking program. And employees, meaning other university professors and management, didn't care. But the big boss said, it's important for us. We are an Asian economy, we are an advanced, developed economy, we have to have an English program. The English program is important for us. And whether middle management or wall management like it or don't like it, he's the boss, he decides, he tells them, if somebody doesn't like it, they can go out, okay, find